Today, we're talking about a Steam outlier, a game that's so unique and quirky, it kind of feels like a fever dream. It's called Dungeon Munchies. And in this game, you have to not just fight monsters, you have to cook them and eat them, and then build your character out of what you ate.
It's alive! It's alive!
This is the first of our Outlier series, where we use our map of Steam to find the weird, the wonderful, and the unexpectedly successful. It would be amazing if you could subscribe, and you can keep up to date with the outliers that we find. Subscribing also means we can continue to bring you these weird and wonderful games. As I said, in this episode, we're looking at a side-scrolling RPG where you are what you eat. Dungeon Munchies is a 2D action RPG with platforming, loot, and a big emphasis on experimenting with character build, except that your build comes from cooking monster parts into meals that grant effects and abilities, like health recovery, increased damage, or defense buffs. It leans into dark comedy and weirdness. PC Gamer even summed it up as, you are a zombie, and worse, an unpaid intern. Where most games want you to remember a skill tree, this one wants you to remember your fridge. And what makes this game an outlier is that the progression system is the hook. You're constantly walking around thinking, well, what happens if I eat that?
But I can't have a blueberry as a daughter.
Here's the performance snapshot. SteamDB score 93.9%, which means that players love this game. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews. And Dungeon Munchies has sold an estimated 334,000 copies on Steam, earning the developers an estimated revenue of about $6.7 million. The developer is maJAJa, a three-person game development studio founded in 2018, and Dungeon Munchies is their first game as a team. While the team self-published on Steam, they bridged the Western-Asian gap in the game industry with Chorus Worldwide, who localized and distributed Dungeon Munchies, plus a ton of merch. And that's a big part of this outlier story. Dungeon Munchies is a very niche, culturally flavoured, mechanically niche idea, but it's packaged so well that it works no matter what country it finds itself in. Now let's talk dev. A game like this has many it looks simple but isn't traps.
It's a trap!
They solved a system design problem. The cooking effects can't be random nonsense. They need to be readable, combinable, and not instantly break the game's balance. Their content pipeline could have been tricky. If monster parts become ingredients, every new enemy becomes combat design plus item design plus build design. That's exponential scope creep, but they overcame it. The game launched out of early access, which strongly suggests the team spent real time tuning the progression and feel with live player feedback. This is one of those games where the marketing is dead simple. It's one sentence. Cook what you kill, you are what you eat. That's instantly clickable, it's easy to thumbnail, and it turns the gameplay into a shareable experience. They also benefited from classic indie momentum tools. Early access cadence gives you multiple relaunch moments and frequent reasons to post updates. Press hooks. Outlets like PC Gamer highlighted the absurd premise in a way that's tailor-made for discovery. Interview and feature coverage. Siliconera discussed the game's inspirations and cultural influences, which helps convert curiosity into this has a point of view credibility. In other words, they had a clear hook, a steady release of marketing material, and enough identity that coverage writes itself. Plus the merch. Dungeon Munchies is a great outlier because it proves that weird wins when the loop is solid and the hook is just instantly explainable. If you want to find more outliers like Dungeon Munchies, that's exactly what we built Game Gap for. So go check out the Game Oracle platform and we'll see you in the next one.